Hey folks, we are back. This is BNI Now, and I am your host, Rick Gutierrez, Area Director, Support Director for the Houston West region. And we're back with our second guest, and we have the pleasure of having Erich Braun on the show. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, Rick. I appreciate it.
No worries. It's a great opportunity for members to come on the show, and let's talk about your business. So we want to know all your products, services, and all that good stuff. And our friendly viewers are always behind that lens right there. So tell us all about your business.
So I started a business beginning of the year it's an indoor air quality company that focuses on health and wellness by eliminating all indoor pollution from homes and businesses, essentially creating a clean and safe atmosphere for people to live and work in without having to have your allergies, mold problems, and little different chemical toxins that live in the areas where we live and work in. Yeah.
Okay. And you mentioned that you started that business early this year?
January 28th.
Wow. Well, congratulations, first and foremost.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That is a leap of faith, I guess you can say. When we start our own businesses, we decide to, leave what we knew behind and, go off on our own. So it's a big congratulations. I know it's a big step.
Thanks.
So tell us all about the business. I mean, you go into people's homes and offices, and so people are spending a lot more time at home now than before. So your services, I imagine, are pretty well needed right now.
Needed, yet not very well known, because in the past, indoor air quality companies have really managed the air versus treating the problem.
Right.
And so what we use is cutting edge green technology to go into a home and business and actually treat anything that's biological or chemical based. So the products we used were commissioned by the U.S. government to kill anthrax back in 2001.
Okay.
And they used it in the military to disinfect soldiers coming back from chemical war zones for the last 10 years. So now this technology has become available for us to use as professionals and go into environments and totally clean the environment from anything that's biological, from your viruses, mold, mildew, allergens that plague the environment, but also the chemical side. So all your toxic chemicals that you use in your cleaning products. New homes have a tremendous amount of chemicals from the building materials. Now, homes now, especially now, are made to be efficient, but not made to let air in and out to circulate the air. So we end up living in very toxic environments, which causes headaches, causes lack of sleep, snoring. There's all these different things that people don't realize that they're living in. And since COVID happened, before people were spending 90% of their lives indoors. Now I would say that's at least closer to 95 since COVID happened. So that's what we focus on, and especially with kids growing up these days, spending a lot more time indoors and developing asthma as a result of it. So there's 300% more asthma cases in the last 10 years from kids. So it's a growing concern and things people should really treat. So what we do is offer treatments and also plans to keep your house safe and for your family. Yeah.
So you mentioned something a little while ago that I can relate to. I had a house built not long ago. And you can definitely, smell everything.
Yeah, that new house smell that we all love is not a good thing.
It's not a good thing, at all, because when you talk about lack of sleep and headaches, I can attest to that.
Yeah.
We don't realize it, and we're super excited about the new house smell and, just a new house in itself. But, man, it does have, it does make, and the reason why is because this new, the builders are using this new spray foam installation that helps reduce the bill cost, right? But at the same time, it's keeping everything in.
Yeah, treated lumber has a lot of different toxins in it, like formaldehyde, which off-gasses over time. And so, maybe 5 years after you've had the home, it's not off-gassing as much, but that whole time you're in there, you're just constantly breathing it in. So, they always recommend open your windows, but hey, we live in Houston, where it's 10 months out of the year, it's hot. And when it's not, we have bad allergies outside. So you're kind of trading off one for the other.
Right. So that's pretty cool. I mean, and I imagine, as we mentioned earlier, that your services are now needed more than ever. I mean, tell me a little bit about one, your BNI chapter. Cinco Ranch. I've heard nothing but amazing things about your chapter.
Yeah, we have a great chapter. Anybody that lives on the west side, please, come visit us.
And so, tell me about the best referral that you've received. You're a newer member. You joined just in June at Cinco Ranch. Tell us about your experience within your chapter.
It's definitely a learning curve for what we're doing because it hasn't been done before, like I was saying. And especially, there are a lot of disinfection companies out there that are, treating for COVID. But one of the problems is when people treat for COVID, they're using highly toxic materials to do it. So you're trading one problem for another.
Yeah.
So it's a concern in everything we do. We clean the environment completely. And in our chapter, I mean, especially with BNI, you find so many people that mesh with what you do, like the real estate agents.
Right.
For me, great referrals are always the real estate and brokers, because they are always in constant contact with their clients, which are needing our services. So, I mean, they're always on the lookout for me and sending me nice, different referrals for
I imagine that your partnerships with residential real estate or commercial real estate agents, I mean, you guys can develop some type of relationship to where, the residential real estate agent can provide the new homeowner, a gift card to use for your services or something like that.
Exactly.
So it's
discounts on our services too.
Yeah. So they go hand in hand, right? So BNI Cinco Ranch, you're a newer member and you've had great experience so far. How can one of our viewers, get invited to your chapter?
Well, one, you can go on to BNI Connect and find the different chapters that are by you.
Right.
Or if you know someone, ask them. We'll invite you, and you can come in, or you can also sit in for me if I need it, and talk about your businesses. And what's great about BNI is you can go to any chapter and you get a chance to talk about your business with all 20 different professionals in all these different professions around Houston. And so it's a very worthwhile group to be in.
Yeah.
And it's a very professional group as well.
Yeah. One of the things that most members do not realize, and or folks that are out there that are listening, when you are a BNI member, especially now that we are making or doing all these virtual, BNI meetings, you can actually visit chapters all over the U.S. if you wanted to.
I've been taking advantage of that lately.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Good. And really, I've just been doing it around the area, but hey, you could go to chapters in Germany. You can go all around the world and visit and get to know people.
I always tell people when we are launching chapters and new members are new people thinking about coming to BNI, right now, sure, it's virtual and we all miss, the in-person meetings, the face-to-face in-person meetings. But the reality is that when we go back to in-person, whenever that is, we may miss the ability to go to Zoom and join, many other meetings, across the world and make connections, because you just never know. So one person asked me, so what's the benefit of me taking my time to visit a chapter in Spain, for example? I don't know anybody in Spain. Well, somebody in Spain might have a relative or a friend that lives here. Mm-hmm. And just because they heard your commercial all the way on the other side of the world, they could potentially connect you with whoever they know here. And so
you never know.
You never know where that referral is going to come from, right? So let's talk about, we've talked about your business, your chapter. So how does someone get a hold of you to do a consultation with you in regards to going into their home or their businesses so that you can provide them with your services? So provide us with your contact info, if you would.
Yeah, so you can contact me directly at 832-901-9979, or go to our website, which is www.tactecousa.com. That's TACTECO-USA.com. Or you can email me at info@tactecousa.com as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to tell you a little bit of secret before we go into a break. I was one of those folks that thought that changing the air filter was all I needed to do.
Yeah. It's not very well known because there really has never been a way to treat it.
Yeah.
And so there's not a lot of press about it. But as more knowledge comes in about viruses, and we have this pandemic where people are getting smarter about their indoor environments, unfortunately, most people are using toxic chemicals to disinfect.
Yeah. So like you mentioned earlier, you're trading one thing for another.
Yeah.
Right. But the one cool thing about doing this show is that members get to come on and talk about their business, but at the same time I'm learning, because I was one of those that I thought, well, all I have to do is change the air filter and we're good, but that's not the case. So it's good to hear about your business. I want to thank you so much for signing up.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you inviting me.
For signing up and being on the show, and having members like you that are having a great positive experience and coming on and talking about their business is huge, right? But at the same time, we want to hear from all members. If you are having a great time within your BNI membership, come on the show, talk about your business. If you're not having that great of a show, come on the show. Let's talk about how we can help you gain that those referrals that you're looking for in your BNI chapter. So, but anyways, thank you so much again for coming on.
Thanks for having me,
I look
Rick.
forward to maybe hopefully seeing you again, sign up again, come on the show again, and why not, right? It's an added benefit to your memberships, and it's
a great benefit. Yeah. And
so
I'm glad that you do it.
Yeah. No. Well, I appreciate it. It's all about helping others first, right? So that's what Givers Gain is all about.
BNI motto.
Yeah. All right, folks, we're going to take another break real quick. We're going to come back with our next guest. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The Now Media Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The Now Media Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Hi, I'm Karina Rodriguez, President of Exfinia Financial Services. Let me ask you a few questions. How prepared are you to reach your financial goals? To pay for your kids' education, to buy a house or start a business? Do you know how much money you will need for retirement? Do you have a plan that will allow you to live peacefully after retirement and later in life? Are you prepared to face unexpected situations, such as a